Jerry has hit the straight, but look, Joe has hit a flush. Jerry Payne could see some serious pain this hand.
And 275 bet into the man with pain. Oh boy, you're just taking a stab, and it's just not going to work out. He's going to make this call.
There you see the chip count. Chip leader Jim Gilbert with 9.8 million, Maurice Hawkins in second place with 7.2, and David Paredes in third place with 5.2 million.
First place, 723,000. The antes are 10,000, blinds 40 and 80, and that's what the champion gets, as well as the cash. The beautiful Hublot watch. Let's go to the felt.
Yeah, action's about to begin. We're going to start with Roman Wallerstein.
Roman, local Philadelphia. He's got a pretty nice ace-9. Gonna raise to 180.
He's the short stack at the table and opts to come in first position with this hand.
Joe Keither behind him folds.
Just here about 2. Just a bit more, 2.1.5 maybe.
Well, how do you play ace-queen on the first deal at the final table? Conservative. That's how you play it if you're Jerry. He makes the call.
Maurice Hawkins goes out. He's from Florida. And now the chip leader, Jim Gilbert, he has ace-10 of clubs.
Well, Vince, he's got so many chips. When a guy limped in the middle, be surprised if he wouldn't raise here. But nope, out of position in the small blind. He just opts to call also.
David out of Brookline. Massachusetts doesn't play, so three-way action. Here goes the flop. It's a queen, 7 deuce. That is great there for Jerry.
Jim checks. Roman checks right behind him. Jerry's going to bet the 2 queens, even though there's no straight possibility, no flush possibility out there, and this hand is going to end right here, most likely. That's the case. Both blinds fold, and Jerry Payne picking up pot number 1.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today with this QR code and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Should get a little piece of his action. Jim now with king, queen of spades, gonna raise to 200,000. Paredes goes out. Roman Wallerstein out as well, but big hand for Joe, ace, king of clubs.
Joe Keither, I believe, is the most consistent player on the poker tour.
Well, he's raised to 550. Payne going away. Maurice Hawkins from Florida will not play, so back on the chip leader, Jim Gilbert. He's gonna stick around with his king, queen. We're gonna see the flop. Here we go. And it's a big ace, ace-3 for Joe Keither, 3 of a kind, just like that.
Notice he doesn't change his expression at all.
Jim checks.
And Joe checks right behind him. Trying to set a trap here, Vince.
5 of diamonds on the turn.
Well, Jim's not falling any traps, at least not so far. He checks again. Joe now reaching for chips. 575,000, and Jim is going to go out. So Joe Keither takes down that pot. Joe, 27 years old, from Elm Grove, Wisconsin.
Long week.
No, it's not that. I just got a problem. I don't know if you guys are like me, but like I get bored real easily.
So how are we gonna spice it up then?
No way in hell. Look at you guys. Y'all just like chilling. Ain't nobody gonna talk. He ain't cracked a smile since we got here.
It's all robots. Playing against all robots.
This dude made the final table, didn't even smile, didn't even smirk.
Well, Maurice Hawkins, one of those players that likes to have a good time while he's playing poker, likes to chit-chat, laugh, have fun. Joe Keither, on the other hand, all business, all serious, never smiles, never jokes.
Well, a couple folds around to Joe, and he's got 7, 5 of diamonds, and look what he does. He's gonna raise it to 175. Jerry out. Maurice also going out. And now, Jim, his call with a 9-8. We're gonna see a flop. And it's an ace-9-4.
Jim is going to check the 2 9s.
Joe Keither with nothing, making the continuation stab of 210.
But Jim going nowhere, calls him with the 2 9s. When the 6 of diamonds comes off, that's the dream card for Joe Keither. He now has an open-end straight draw and a flush draw. After having nothing on the flop, Jim checks again. And because Joe has such a big draw, he is going to bet.
One-handed sweater mask. I like it.
He's going to give up the 2 9s. So nice bet there by Joe Keither to take down that pot. This guy will be a force today.
Okay, Joe Keither with a king 5. Mucks quickly. Jerry Payne
It's crazy, man.
folds. Now Maurice with a pair of 10s. And he makes a 2-10 to go. Jim Gilbert out. David also out. Only one to defeat now would be Roman. And he goes out.
Yeah, it looked good, didn't it? I start talking, say all that, they just pick up 2 10s. So sick.
Well, he's happy again.
Come on, Rail. Come on, clap it up over there. Come on, let's go. Woo, let's go. Yeah, I see you, baby.
Mike, I want what he's having.
Woo, let's go. Let's get this going, boys. The party ain't started yet. Let's go.
Just give me a little bit of that.
Go.
He's just a happy person, man. He calls himself a professional husband.
Feeling wonderful now. Need that. Wake my ass up. Let's go.
His wife has to recruit him on.
I eat town. Can't believe they said that.
Uh-oh, he started talking. Yeah. Here we go.
All right, we go back down to the pit. Action on Jerry. He's got a nothing hand, folds it. Into Maurice has queen 10. He's going to raise to 210. Jim Gilbert behind him with a re-raise.
A 3-bet with a king-jack offsuit. These are the kind of plays you can make in position, especially if you're chip leader.
Everybody folding. Maurice going to protect it.
No one's gonna scream out of this hand, I promise. As long as you don't win.
Many players would fold after getting re-raised with that hand, but Maurice defending here.
And the flop's a king 9-5. That is beautiful for Jim Gilbert.
Yeah, Maurice has flopped a gut shot, straight draw, and checks. And Jim with top pair checks. A little surprising. Now the board pairs 5s. Maurice probably thinking the guy's got ace high, going to try to steal the pot with his queen high here. Bets 350,000.
If you fold, they won't scream. They gonna scream.
Promise?
They gonna scream if you fold.
You gonna scream if I fold?
All right.
Wow, can't believe Jim is looking back down at his hand, Vince.
I don't like loud noises.
It's just weird. The guy 3-bet before the flop. He knows what he's got.
Doing a little deception there, Mike, I believe. And of course, he does make the call with the top pair. River card, another 5.
Well, this gives a full house to Jim. But Maurice is going to continue with the bluff. He bets 325,000 into a pot that's got about 1.8 million in it. So obviously this bluff is going to fail miserably.
Well, you just got to appreciate the effort, though, by Maurice to take a stab at that. And now he finds out the truth. The re-raise by Jim. And it's getting ugly.
Maurice gives it up. That's one way to silence him, Vince. Take off his bluffs.
Let's go to the felt. It's on Jim. Let's see what he has.
Now, Jim Gilbert, who reminds me of a Nordic skier, throws his hand away. David Predis out as well.
Roman not going to play. No, it's around to Joe Keither, who has a pair of 9s.
On the button in position with a nice hand. And he's going to raise it up to 175,000.
Jerry Payne goes out, and now Maurice takes a look at a very attractive king, queen of hearts.
Well, everybody at the minimum is going to defend with this out of the big blind. Many would re-raise. The Hawk just makes the call and flops a flush as it comes 8-7, 5 of hearts. He looks back, just can't believe it.
Check.
And checks.
He's going to try to trap, dig the hole, put the branches and the twigs over it, wait for the sucker to fall in. Will it be Joe?
Vince, everybody's going to bet an overpair in this spot when the opponent checks to him.
Just a nice call. Maurice, you got him where you want him.
Check.
And now the board pairs 5s. Again, the Hawk checks. If you're sitting in Joe's seat, you're thinking the guy's got maybe a pair of 8s or a pair of 7s, maybe a 6 in his hand, or maybe just a heart in his hand where he's drawing out a flush. So you're going to bet an overpair and a gut shot straight draw. Joe makes it 475,000 this time.
Maurice.
Just calls again.
Okie dokie, going to the river.
Well, the 4 of hearts comes off. That is not the card
Check.
you're looking for if you're sitting in Maurice's seat, or Joe's seat for that matter. A flush beats you, a straight beats you. It goes check, check. Maurice shows the king eye flush. He is going to take down this pot.
Get crunk.
And he is a happy camper.
His friends and family loving that.
Yo, Tingo, you nuts.
Well, his voice is back, Vince. He got silent there for a little while. He lost a few pots. Funny how when you win a nice pot, your voice comes back.
The antes are going up to 15,000. Blinds are 50 and 100 at this point.
No sabe, senor. Yo, no sabe.
Maurice from Florida, 42 years old, family man.
He is just a happy guy and would love to win this title.
He has raised this with ace, 8 of hearts. Jim out. Now, David Paredes, pretty solid ace jack. Poker pro out of Brookline, Massachusetts, makes the call. And Joe Keith, around to him, he's got a pair of 7s.
Well, he's going to call as well. Everybody else out, so we've got 3-way action here. Now flop comes king, queen, 6 with 2 hearts. Joe with just 2 7s checks. Maurice with the nut flush draw also checks. A little surprised by that. And David checks right behind him as well. Deuce of diamonds on the turn. No help to anybody.
Joe gonna check again, and now Maurice with the flush draw.
Now gonna reach for betting chips this time. Just can't imagine the deuce of diamonds helped anybody.
He bets 375, hoping against hope.
Notice as the cards lie, the Hawks got the worst of the 3 hands, but
David goes out.
Joe goes out as well, so betting, winning that pot for Maurice right there. His wife, April, calls himself a happy person and says he's a professional husband, Vince. Are you a professional husband?
Yeah. I am.
You have to say that.
Throw me in that category, yes. Happily so. I've been amateur before, but now I'm professional. I've learned.
He also says he and his wife are at the final table for life.
That's right.
That's a tear in my eye for that one. That's a poker player degenerate. Trying to get out on a Wednesday night, if you ask me.
I just love that line.
Family that plays poker together stays together.
He got his due because he went broke.
A quick fold by Jim Gilbert. David out. Roman not going to play.
Around to Joe Keither. Looks down at ace 10 on the button. Getting raising chips out, and they're going to make it 225,000 to go.
Jerry out. Only one to beat is Maurice, but he's got a solid ace 6, and he will make this call.
Well, going to defend out of the big blind with the ace high.
And the flop is an ace 5-3. Both of them hitting aces, of course.
Well, Maurice is in trouble here because he is out-kicked. He is going to lead out and bet 230,000 on this flop. Joe with top pair. He's going to make the call.
Three on the turn pairs the board.
Well, Maurice didn't get raised on the flop, so he's going to bet again. This time 235,000. Now, Vince, no way Joe is going to put Maurice on an ace-king or ace-queen here because he didn't raise pre-flop. So he's just not going to throw an ace-10 away in this situation. Makes the call.
Going to the river.
Now, there's a card nobody's going to like. Possible straight, possible flush out there now.
Ace.
Maurice checks. Joe checks right behind him. Joe confidently turns up ace-10 even after the Hawk says he's got an ace in his hand. And he is going to take down this pot with aces up, out-kicking his opponent.
No yapping now for Maurice. 6 players battling for Borgata. Who will take home this championship here tonight? Let's take a look. Well, he's got a miserable queen. Deuce, he folds. Jim also going out. Paredes not going to play. Roman goes out as well. So Joe Keither now with a pretty solid Jack-10 of clubs.
And he's in the small blind, and he's just going to call.
Gonna give Jerry a chance. Jerry with a nothing hand, 6-3.
Well, Jerry probably happy to get a free flop here, just going to check, and that's exactly the case.
Jack 10 versus 6-3, and the flop is a 10-5 deuce.
What a flop for Joe. He's got top pair with a flush draw. He's not playing it slow, Vince. He's leading right out with this monster hand. And Jerry calling him with a gut shot straight draw right behind him. Oh, Jerry has hit the straight, but look, Joe has hit a flush. Jerry Payne could see some serious pain this hand.
And 275 bet into the man with pain. Oh boy, you're just taking a stab, and it's just not going to work out. He's going to make this call. River card.
6 of diamonds comes off.
Oh, Joe Keither, relentless.
And this time a healthy bet, 775,000.
Call.
Jerry makes the call, gets the bad news as Joe turns up the flush. So Joe Keither taking down a nice pot there. And Jerry Payne feeling a little pain right there.
Sometimes those non-raised hands before the flop can get you into a lot of trouble.
That was his gin card, let's put it that way.
It was his gin card, but it wasn't gin for him.
Still manages a smile, though.
Back to the action is going to be on Jerry.
Jerry out of Dayton, Ohio. Poker professional, 37 years old. Looks down at an ace-7.
Going to lay this one down. Now Maurice Hawkins has a 10-8 of clubs, and it's good enough for him to raise with 225,000. Just calls with it. Does not 3-bet with 2 10s. A little surprising.
David goes out. Now Roman, he's got King Jack. Nope, he elects to fold. Joe with an ace-7 of spades. In the big blind. He's going to make the call.
So Jim out in front with 2 10s. Let's see if they stand up. That flop comes 8-5-5. So Maurice has flopped 8s and 5s. And after raising pre-flop checks there, very puzzling to me.
Jim, of course, in front with the pair of 10s will make the continuation bet of 300,000. Joe Keither.
He's wondering if his ace high is good the way this hand's been played, but he gives it up.
Into Maurice.
And he's going to make the call here. Now a queen of hearts comes off, so possible flush out there now. That'll be a scare card for both of them. Maurice is going to check. And Jim chewing on that sweater. He's going to check right behind him. And the king of diamonds comes off.
Well, this changes nothing, but makes them both more fearful, of course.
I think they'll both be happy to check it down if you want to know the truth. Well, Maurice does check, and the man behind the sweater, Jim Gilbert, contemplating what to do. Just don't know why he hasn't snap checked already. Can only get paid off if he's beat. He does check. 2 10s are going to win this pot. So Jim Gilbert going to extend his chip lead once again. All right, back to the action we go.
Maurice Hawkins doesn't make this one, no.
Jim Gilbert looks down at a junk hand, goes out.
Paredes with a pair of 3s. Makes it 225 to go.
David went to Harvard, went to NYU Law School, became a lawyer, worked on Wall Street for a number of years, then decided to become a poker pro, Vince.
Joe Keither around the horn has a pair of 8s.
Now Joe's going to call with him. He's out of position, just opts to call out of the small blind, and Jerry with an ace-7 offsuit and big blind getting a good price here to make the call, and he does so, and again, we have 3-way action.
2 pairs and an ace-7, and the flop is a 10-7-6.
Well, Joe's got the best hand with 2 8s and a gut shot straight draw, and he's going to check. Jerry's got second pair, top kicker also checks, and David with the under pair checks right behind him.
4 on the turn, and now Joe Keither's had enough of this. He is going to make a bet 375 with the 8 and a straight draw.
Meantime, Maurice has gone over to talk to WPT champ Sean Kunix.
I have played hands. A couple. Yeah, I just lost the pot. They keep getting hands. But you saying you want me to open it up a little bit? Okay.
Yeah, Sean will always tell everybody to open it up. That's his style. Fire it up.
Jerry is going to make this call. David goes out.
So we go into the river. The board pairs sixes. Joe's going to check the eights.
Check.
That is a check. No harm, no foul. So once again, Joe Keitha getting the best of Jerry Payne. 6 players going after this title at the Borgata Poker Open.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today with this QR code and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
'27-year-old out of Pennsylvania. He's going to make it 225 to go.
David out. Roman out.
Joe Keitha looks at a nothing hand, also folding. Jerry Payne out.
Maurice Hawkins.
Call, bet, or fold. Which one you want? Let me know.
Depends on what you got.
I hope I got better than you.
If you got worse, I really want you to call.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, I'll see a flop. You're a good guy.
You too.
I mean, you're a really good guy.
Maurice makes the call. Here comes the flop. Well, Jack 6 deuce.
I'll check. You win.
75.
You win. You said 675?
275.
Oh.
Bet and a fold by Maurice.
What's the question?
I was just asking Jerry how many chips he has.
Oh. He has 5.5. I have 5.4. He has 2 point something. He has 5 point something. He has 10, and you got 2. Well, 1.
Two would be awesome.
Something in there.
That's pretty cool. I'll take 2 mil.
So theoretically, we all got the same amount.
In my mind, I got the same amount as
all got the same
anybody
amount.
else.
I bet your ROI is real good right now. I know you understand that because you're a computer man.
What's the ROI?
Now you are doing
Vince,
well.
What's that?
Do you know what ROI is?
No, I don't.
Return on investment.
Okay. Quick fold by Paredes.
All in?
Oh, just give me 3s one time.
Wallerstein going all in with a pair of 4s. Couple folds behind him.
When you run your mouth like this, I'm the guy that's gonna get the hand against you. I don't know if you're gonna win or lose, but this is what happens. I'm just telling you. Wow, hold on, I think it matched. No, it didn't. It looked like it, but it did not. All right, I'll fold.
Not really, Maurice. He folds. Now Jim.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There are a few cards
No shot.
that
Look
can
at
make
that
me
face.
call.
No shot.
Did you just say call?
No, I said there are a few cards that could.
Nice angle.
No.
So Roman gonna take that one.
All smiles when you take down a pot when you're all in.
But I am no
Owen?
snap.
Roman's gone all in with his king 10 of clubs. Let's see if it'll work again. Joe out.
Jerry looks down at Queen 9. He's not going to call.
This is not it.
Maurice quickly folding in now. Oh no, Jim's got the hand. He's got ace queen.
I call.
He's going to make the call.
David goes out.
No love lost between these college chums. Not out here in the big leagues anyway. Roman gets called here, and his tournament life is on the line.
Get there.
Roman Wallerstein. Can he get lucky on this flop?
And flop comes 8-7-6. Roman now has a straight draw.
4.
A 9 would give him a straight.
Get there. What does the 4 do? Is that
4
a
is
good
just
card?
more of a sweat.
That's more of a sweat with a 4?
Yeah.
Because then you have the 5 chop card.
Yeah.
The 5 chop card.
And nobody loses.
Oh, the 4! Look,
Alright.
the 5.
Let's do another 4.
No, another 4? Oh,
Yeah.
paddleboard make money trees?
Maurice is enjoying this more than either one of them.
I like suspense, but I like money
man.
more.
Look, I like you, dude, but I like money more. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Roman in a bit of trouble going to the river.
Paddleboard money trees?
So Roman gets a split with a 5. He gets a win with a 9, 10, or a king. Everybody on their feet.
Jack of clubs.
Well, that's going to do it for the 29-year-old from Newton, Pennsylvania. Roman Fowlerstein out tonight in 6th place.
Roman getting thrown to the Lions. Gonna take home 146,000. What an effort. Let's go talk to him.
Yeah, of course I'm happy with my cash. Just outlasted more than 1,000 people, so I can't really complain, I guess. I definitely am rooting for Jim to win because, I mean, we're longtime friends, and, you know, he's got a lot of chips. I like his game a lot, and I think he's a favorite to win.